This is a fictionalized therapy demonstration created to illustrate how an ISTDP session may unfold. It features AI-generated characters portraying both client and therapist roles. This video is for educational and illustrative purposes only and does not depict a real client. All content is the intellectual property of Ben Jones Psychotherapy. In this video, we meet a client who feels disconnected from their life. They've been through different therapies, gained insight, and learnt to reflect, but the sense of distance hasn't shifted. Throughout the video, a narrator will guide you step by step through what's happening.
I've been feeling disconnected at work lately. I show up, do what I'm supposed to, but there's no spark. Especially in meetings or when there's space to contribute. I just don't feel anything towards it anymore.
And if something could shift there, if things felt different, what would you want?
Here, the therapist invites the client to consider what they would want to be different. It may seem like a simple question, but it's actually an early step in helping the client begin to connect with their longings. For someone who's used to feeling flat or shut down, even thinking about what they want can bring up tension or uncertainty.
I think I'd like to care again. To feel something real about the work, or the people, or just being there. Right now it's all so flat.
And if you did care, if that feeling was there again, what might that look like?
I don't know. I guess maybe I'd speak up more. Or take the lead on things. But I'm not sure it would really matter.
As the therapist invites the client to stay with their wish to care again, notice how the client's language shifts. Phrases like, "I don't know," and "I guess" suggest increasing distance from what they are feeling. This is often how defenses appear, not through behavior, but through subtle changes in how someone talks about themselves.
I noticed just now, as we got a little closer to what it might be like to care again, your answers became a bit more hesitant. Almost like you started to sit on the fence a little. Things got vaguer, less specific. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, maybe. It's like, the more I try and imagine it, the more I try to put words to it, the less I feel anything. Like I disappear into my head.
The therapist is helping the client become aware of this moment, where they start to lose contact with what they feel. Rather than pushing through, the work is to slow down and explore the shift itself. This helps bring the defense into awareness without shame or pressure.
That makes sense. It sounds like when something meaningful begins to emerge, that longing to care, to show up, something in you starts pulling away from it. Does that feel familiar?
Yeah. That happens all the time. Anytime I get close to something that matters, it's like I just switch off. It's not even on purpose, it just happens.
So when that feeling starts to come forward, that sense of caring, you said something in you tends to shut it down. But now that you're noticing it in real time, maybe there's a chance to stay with it a little longer, if you don't shut down.
There's something tight in my chest now. I didn't notice it before, but now it's there. It's like I want to say something, but I can't get the words out.
As the client stays with the experience of something meaningful beginning to emerge, their anxiety system starts to respond. We hear them describe tension, hesitation, and the sense that something important is just beneath the surface. This is often how emotion begins to break through, not with dramatic expression, but as a quiet shift inside.
Let's just stay with that for a moment. That tightness, and the sense that something wants to be said. There's no pressure to explain it. Just notice it, and see what happens next.
I'm remembering something now. There was this time, I'd put so much effort into a school project. I really cared about it. And the teacher just dismissed it. I remember trying to act like I didn't care, but it really hurt.
This memory didn't come from analyzing the past. It emerged as the client stayed with their emotional experience. Because the usual defenses were momentarily suspended, the feeling was able to surface, and the memory followed. This is the heart of the work, allowing what's been buried to come into awareness so it can finally be felt.
You're remembering that moment when you really cared and it was dismissed. As you sit with that now, what do you notice in yourself?
I feel sad, and a bit angry, actually. Like, why did I have to hide that I cared? Why was that something to be ashamed of?
The client isn't just remembering, they are finally starting to feel what they couldn't feel at the time. Longing was shut down because it became too painful, too closely tied to sadness and anger that were never resolved. By allowing those feelings to surface now, the client begins to reconnect with the parts of themselves they had to turn away from. This emotional contact often brings relief and a return of energy that had been locked away. When defenses soften and the client allows their true feelings to emerge, something powerful can happen. Not only is pain processed, but connection, vitality, and longing return. This is what it means to begin feeling like yourself again.